Okay, welcome to Junk Era Gold. I am doing another video here. This is my collection. I'm just going to run through a few items that I want to bring to your attention from the era of 1979 through 1992, 93, mostly pretty much the 80s and early 90s. And I want to point out a few more items that I believe are very important for this era and I believe are going to start to get expensive. So you need to get your hands on them now sooner than later. So I'm going to go through my collection here a little more thoroughly than last time. Just going to get up on a ladder, get a little closer. This stuff here is all Tiffany material, kind of on the bottom area. We got the 89 tops traded, 84 tops traded, 84 Tiffany. Got the 86 and the 87. These are all unopened, by the way. Unopened. You must have these sets unopened. I don't have 85 because I actually sold it on eBay in order to fund the purchase of a 1989 Bowman Tiffany set, which is inside this box and is in beautiful condition. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to touch that until the day I sell it in 30 years. But these Tiffany sets are becoming crazy expensive. Obviously, the average collector cannot afford every one of them. But if you want me to point out a set and traded set that right now is still affordable and will go up big time in value, that would be your 1987 Topps Tiffany and 1987 Topps Traded Tiffany. The importance of those sets are the rookie cards inside, which are Barry Bonds and Bo Jackson, 87 Topps Tiffany, as well as McGwire, and especially the Bonds and the Bo Jackson. Those ones are starting to, or they're not starting, they've been going up in value like crazy and showing no signs of stopping. Inside the 87 Topps Traded Tiffany is your Greg Maddux. And one I like, and I think he's an underrated player, should be a Hall of Famer, is Fred McGriff. Fred McGriff is in this set. It's the first Topps card for him. And I think one of these days he'll be elected to the Hall of Fame. So my suggestion to you, if you're going to get a Tiffany set and you have your choice to make, do 87. Because there's a lot of product out there. People are starting to buy it up and it's going to become more scarce. So get your hands on that. What I want to do today is actually, because last video I did, I talked about 1986 Topps Traded versus 1989 Topps Traded. I'm going to actually open up today a set. I have a whole bunch. I actually have, I think, a quarter case or a third of a case. Anyway, two trays, a total of 40 unopened 89 Topps Traded sets. And I have an extra one, so 41. I'm going to open this one for you today. I'm going to put it down there. And we can find the Griffey and the Omar Vizquel. And we can look at those and see if they're in gradable condition. The 86 that I mentioned last time I did a video, here are my 86s. BBC wrapped, FASC, very important to buy them now. BBC eStore has a bunch for sale. They're a good deal, better than any other online eBay store that they're offering. The BBC store is great, competitive prices. Buy a bunch of sets of those right now if you can. So I'm going to hand off my phone to my son, who is going to help me. And I'm going to open up this traded set and see what condition. If you notice the right here, 89 did not tape and seal these sets. That stopped in 88, I believe. And so you cannot get a BBC wrapped 89 that says tape intact. It just you can't do it. So FASC 89 Topps Traded set, FASC is the best. We're just going to destroy this, trying to open it so I don't damage the corners. There we go. And the way I do it is I get these tabs out and I actually take the entire set right out. There we go. Okay, there's a few cards left in there. The order doesn't matter to me, so I'm going to put these right down. That way I'm not digging into the set several times. And we're going to go through it real quick and find the Griffey, Omar Vizquel, Randy Johnson, and what was the other guy? The Deion Sanders. Okay, Julio Franco, Ken Williams, Mike Devereaux. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Prosper Benevolent Hall of Famer. That's kind of cool, but there's so many of them, nobody cares. Eddie Murray. I actually like that card. I'm going to put him aside. Vic Roberts, Jack Clark, Art Howe. All kinds of crap. Everything here is worth its own weight in kindling. If you were to go to the department store and you're on your way camping and you needed a shoebox full of kindling because it's going to be raining, wet weather where you're camping, and you were willing to pay a couple bucks for a little box of old small dry wood or paper to get a fire going, oh, there it is. There's your Griffey. So let's take a look at this. What do you see? I'll tell you what you see. You see an off center to the right, and that is off center enough not to earn a qualifier, but it cannot be a 10. It cannot be a 10 because the centering right to left is about 60-40 or 55-45. It's enough to make it at the most a 9. And you can see the edge here, the little tiny, can you see that on the camera? I don't think you can. Anyway, right over here, there's a little tiny fray that's coming out. That's also going to be considered non-gem mint because of that. The corners look very, very, very sharp. Phone's kind of blurry. It's not gonna focus that well, but the corners are very sharp. So I would say this has a good chance at a 9, but definitely not a gem mint 10. Top to bottom, that centering looks pretty good, pretty right on. Let's turn the back. And now you're looking at the back, and the edges, you would see white if it was having a rough edge. You'd see a lot of white. I don't see that. So the edges on the back are awesome. But what I do see on this card, and you might have a hard time finding, let's look at it this way. Do you see that kind of bow? It's sort of bowing in the middle there. That is also something that PSA, when you send it in for grading, that they look at. And if there's a severe bow, this one's not too severe, but if there's a severe bowing, that can't be gem mint. It has to be flat. They also look at how thick the card is. So if you have a card that's unusually thin or a little thicker than normal, can't be a gem mint. So these are things that a lot of people on eBay don't. They just say, look at the edges, look at the surface, look at the centering, but they actually take into consideration the thickness of the card and the bowing, if it's bowing that way or that way. So nice Griffey overall. I think it might be a 9, definitely an 8, but it could be a 9. Cool, I'll keep it. Let's look for the rest of them. Who cares? Who cares? Terry Leach, Rob Murphy, Mel Thompson, Juan Samuel, Kenny Rogers, Kevin Brown, Steve Sachs, Clancy. All this stuff is crap, so I'm letting it fall everywhere. Just don't care. Bruce Hurst. Wow. John Kruk. I remember him against Randy Johnson in the All-Star game. Whew. He wanted nothing to do with Randy Johnson. He just let him strike him out. Looked ridiculous. Ah, there he is. Deion Sanders. To me, that's a nice card. He is becoming more popular to collect. You know, right along with Bo Jackson. And this one actually looks incredible. Right to left, I would say there's not much of a problem. I'd say 47-53 right to left. Top to bottom is like 50-50. Corners are sharp. Surface is nice. Let's see if there's bowing. There's not much bowing going on. That could be very good. Let's look at the edges on the back. That is perfect. That is nice. A little bit side to side, right to left. But on the back is not as important. Top to bottom on the back is perfect. That's a nice card. I'm glad I opened this set. That one's going to go back. I will put it with my rookies. And where did the Randy Johnson go? Is there a Randy? There's a Randy Johnson in here. Where'd it go? Let's look. Spike Owen, Phil Bradley, Seal Gaston. There's my manager. 92, 93 World Series manager. Is there no Randy Johnson in this one? There's still a couple cards here. Okay, there's my Omar Vizquel. Let's look at that. Dude, there's no Randy Johnson. That's weird. Okay, Omar Vizquel. That looks... The Omar Vizquel, just like the Deion Sanders, looks very gradable. It's 4 sharp corners, right to left, top to bottom, looks perfect. The back, oh, that is wickedly awesome. That is an amazing card. Wow. This guy is going to be a Hall of Famer at some point. Whether it's the Veterans Committee or not, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame for sure. I'm going to put that back there. I also have these. I didn't go through these yet. Oh, there's Rickey Henderson. That's nice. Alex Sanchez, Dwight Smith. So I'm going to find my Randy Johnson right here. Coming up, there's Eric Hansen. He was hot in the day. Nolan Ryan. There we go. There's a lot of other just Hall of Famer reasons for 89 Topps Traded to be a popular set. Nolan Ryan, Rickey Henderson, Eddie Murray, you know, quite a few Hall of Famers. There's Randy Johnson. So, let's look at that guy. That's beautiful. Actually, that is really nice. That might be the best centering out of all of them. Right to left, top to bottom. Corners are sharp. Surface, no flaws. Let's look at the back. Okay, all this is crap. Worth its own weight in kindling. Just junk. I have no room for junk. That is perfect. That's amazing. I'm so glad I opened this one. Guys, you gotta get 89 Topps Traded Sets BBC wrapped, because these cards are starting to become very important in people's sets. And even though the PSA 10 population on them is, in the thousands, it's still a very important card for these Hall of Famers. I want to take a moment, I'm just going to take the phone back from you, and advertise for a guy on eBay. His web store is JJ Sports Memorabilia, and I bought some pretty cool product from him several times, and I keep coming back because this product is a very high quality. I've had no problems with it. I've the unopened packs and product that I've opened from him has gotten me has been very, very favorable for me. So I want to encourage you to go to his eBay store, JJ Sports Memorabilia, on eBay, and check out his really cool packs and all of his really cool cards. He has a lot of 93 product, and I want to show you something, actually. Turning this way, I want to show you this particular item that he sold me. That is, here, can you take the phone again? That is pretty incredible. I doubt any of you have ever seen this. Let's take it out of there real careful. If you know what it is, you're pretty amazing. That's it. It's a cello pack. Okay? Do you know where it's from? This cello pack is the 10 card gold bonus pack that's found in the 1993 Topps factory sets. And there's, I believe, 10 or so, well, there's 10 cards, but 7 or 8 cards that are gold, and a couple of black gold cards in the middle of this. But on the top of this pack is Derek Jeter, gold rookie on the top. I have done a lot of research, and I cannot find this pack ever sold recently or selling right now currently. This might be a 1-of-1. I bought this pack from this guy's store. That's the kind of unique stuff he has. He's worth checking out. I have no affiliation otherwise. I don't profit from you guys buying from him, but I have been very happy with all of his product. So I want to encourage you to check him out. You won't be sorry. I'm going to put this back very, very, very carefully. Okay, I'm just going to set it right here for now. And I want to pull out, what was the time on our thing? Is it 13 minutes? Oh my goodness, we have to be done. I want to show you one more card and recommend one more set from the early 90s. I'm going to pull it out here. This is Ken Griffey Jr. 1992 Fleer Team Leader card. Cards like this that used to be, it's Griffey, so put it aside. No, cards like this in the early 90s are now fetching quite the premium in PSA 10. There are other examples too, but the early 90s are beginning to change. The tide is changing, and they're starting to become quite expensive in PSA 10. There are a lot of reasons to actually collect early 90s and what you would consider a junk era. There is gold in some of these sets, in some of these wax boxes, cello boxes, rack pack boxes. This one is found in 92 Fleer rack pack box. And a PSA 10, I believe, is somewhere in the $150 to $200 range. And a year and a half ago, it might have been $35-40. So this is one example of many. So start targeting your junk era. And next video we do, I'm going to take another product, maybe open up something. Let's just scan up here. I'm going to take down some, boxes or sets and talk about it a little bit and tell you the reasons why you should have 1 or 2 examples in your collection. So that will do it for me. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.